Hello everybody and welcome to today's video. Today we are going to be talking about Hickey by Royel Otis. Now, Royel Otis are a band that I'm new to. I am really new to. I've only been following them for I want to say 2 months. I think 2 months is safe. And I heard they had a new album coming out. I've been watching some of their festival performances, the ones that have been televised, and their live shows are really, really good. But their interviews, they might be the shyest band to ever exist. And honestly, I love that for them. Not everyone has to be, rock and roll. Not everyone has to be out there. They're very shy, they're very calm, but on stage, they can sometimes be a little bit more energetic and out there. But anyone is when you're on stage. Being on stage is a very difficult thing, but it gets that energy inside of you. So anyway, in this video, we're just gonna talk about this album. I'm gonna review it. I'm gonna give it a rating. I'm gonna talk about some of my favorite songs. Pretty standard stuff. Get your snacks, get a cup of tea, get some coffee, and without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, my first point I'm gonna make is the topic of this album. It is very much a sort of indie rock breakup album. It's sort of like Taylor Swift, but the male version. Sabrina Carpenter, but the male version. Sabrina Carpenter's a lot more. That makes much more sense. And I love Sabrina Carpenter. I love Taylor Swift. I am a massive Swiftie. Okay, I have posters over there. Okay, so don't attack me. I love Taylor Swift. They just got engaged. Congratulations, guys. I was so happy for them. Really. Not in a parasocial way, but I am excited to see what Taylor Swift is going to do in the future, music-wise. Anyway, I've gone completely off track. Anyway, yeah, they come across as toxic exes. Now, I have copied that line from an article I was reading about the album, and I think it summed it up perfectly. This is a very toxic, just album, you know? And if you don't like that sort of topic, or if it is that big of a distraction for you, then yeah, this album is gonna be a little bit of a hard listen because it just doesn't stop. Every song is about a relationship, every song is about a woman. Who hurt these guys? Who actually hurt these guys? Because anyway, that's my one negative. Is again, but the reason why it's a negative is because it doesn't change from song 1 to song 12. Is there 12? I think there's 12. I will put a correction on screen if I'm wrong. Yeah, the subject matter doesn't really change, and that's my issue. I think that's enough negativity for just now. I'm not a fan of being overly negative about stuff, at least online. I want to talk about stuff I like. Okay, that's my biggest negative out of the way. This album, it sounds great. Okay? It sounds, I'm not going to say incredible, but it sounds great, okay? My favourite song on the album is Who's Your Boyfriend? There's something about that melody. There's a bit where the drums come in after the chorus. It's incredible, okay? That's my favourite track. Car is also good. Now, I filmed an entire reaction to this album, and then, yeah, I had a whole drama. I had, this whole plan of, what I was going to post on YouTube. But I said this in the reaction. It's an album, and I'm going back to being a bit negative. where the singles are sort of the only standout, you know? And that can be a real shame when you're sort of like really excited for an album. You know, the singles sound incredible. And then you listen to the full thing and you're like, really? Like, the singles are the best thing about this album? Like, those are the standouts, which I've already listened to 1,000 times. So, it's one of those albums, and I'm sure you guys can relate to what I'm feeling because I think it is very, very, very common. And it's why singles, you know, when you, like, this album had one, two, three, like 4 singles, maybe 3, and that's still quite a lot for a 12-song album, you know? Which is why I sort of think, like, 1 or 2 is maybe the best. Or just do what Taylor Swift does now and release 0, you know? Because then the entire album is a standout. So that is also a bit of an issue for me. But yeah, I love these guys. Like, vocally, it's very strong. The backing vocals are great. Again, the band is incredible. I don't know if the live band is the same band that they use in the studio. I hope it is, and I do think it is. I think they're all like friends. So yeah, the drummer, incredible. The drums are incredible, actually. I was just thinking that in my head. It is actually one of the highlights, is some of that drumming. And I do remember in my reaction, I mentioned that quite a lot. The drummer. And the drummer live. Have you guys seen that drummer live? Chef's kiss. Incredible. Like, the Australians just know what they're doing, man. Like, they really know what they're doing. Yeah, like, this is just a summer album. It's a chill album, you know, and that's, like, obviously the music is is the most important thing about an album. But when you can present an album with the right visuals, the right aesthetic, the right vibes, it all sort of just comes together to create something great. Even if the music might be a little bit of a disappointment, I sort of just look past it because I'm like, I can imagine listening to this album on a road trip by the beach. You know, like, I will be listening to it even though summer is coming to an end. But yeah, okay, I am sort of rambling now. Okay, I am feeling a 7 on this album. I think a 7 is good enough. Look, this album, it's a good sign for the future of music. You know, indie pop, indie rock, whatever you want to call it. It's making a return. Again, they've been making such an impact at festivals. This is good. I like this kind of music. I really am looking forward to the future of what Royel Otis have to offer, but what other indie pop, indie rock artists have to offer. It's looking good, man. It's looking good.
What are you doing, Prompto?
Yeah, you're looking kinda sus. Yeah, you're looking kinda sus. What you